to the second battle of this three-battle operation for Fort Gallabat. So I should have some reinforcements now. 6 boys anti-tank rifles, 2 20mm AA guns, a new 25-pounder howitzer. That's good because I lost one last time. 3-inch mortars, burn carriers, infantry company, 2 figures MGs, a platoon of Marmon Harrington armored cars. I don't think... Okay, and another rifle company. Next battle. Okay. So... we managed to take the fort last time. My control of terrain... or my setup zone includes the entire fort, and I even get to use that first clump of trees on the right there if I want to. The enemy still has control of a clump of trees over there. Okay, but everyone is still more or less in the kind of haphazard chaos that we left them in at the end of the previous battle. Let's see now. It's abandoned. You've got more ammo. You've got more ammo. So that's going to make some of these guys a little bit more useful. A fair amount of this, I suspect, there would be my reinforcements, is just going to be reorganizing. Right then. Okay, so I still have this gun over here. It has some more HE. See. There we go. That's got some more HE. So we have ammo for our direct fire artillery pieces now. Got a bit more ammo for our 4.5-inch howitzers. Gonna need that since we know there is at the very least a gun right there that hasn't been dealt with yet. Oh, and there are similar sandbagged areas here that I mean, 3 of the 4 little square sandbagged areas like these that we've spotted so far. Okay, 5 of them. 3 out of 5 have had an artillery piece in them. So maybe a reasonable guess that there are a couple more pieces over there. But these don't have... well, that one might have some dangerous line of sight. They might make advancing past about this point difficult. Anywho, so we've got this fresh company back here. Oh, and I have more TRPs. 3 more TRP. Oh, and... oh, those are the TRPs we had in the previous battle. Well, yes, might as well just put them... well, for sure I want one making it nice and easy to take out that gun. Don't want to take any chances with that. Um, want one making it easy to target either of these two positions or both. The third one, what should I do with the third one? Well, where it was originally was on this clump of trees here. Maybe where I actually want it is back at the barracks. Like around here somewhere. So always put it right on the crossroads. That's putting a TRP on a crossroads is rarely a bad idea. But keeping it close to the objective flag also doesn't seem like a terrible idea. But I don't want to overthink it. Well, I mean, if I'm going to overthink things, this is the game to do it in. But I need brain power for what I'm going to do with everyone else. Okay. This appears to be another recon assault platoon. And just shift. Okay. Clear view of everyone here. Ooh. Would make things a little bit easier on me if, scenario designers were to maintain some unit integrity rather than me having to get everyone kind of recombined. Okay. You are not part of that platoon. You're just linking yourself to it because you're close to it. Okay, that anti-tank rifle is organic to that platoon, I think. Not a bad... Yeah. Platoon is not a bad level to attach. That's a 3-inch mortar, not a not the 2-inch mortars that I would expect to be available at platoon level. So that's probably... Let's move you over to... Let's break your... Just put you over there for now while I sort out this mess. Okay, that is another platoon commander. Put you over here while we figure out who all goes with you. Okay, so you have a 2-inch mortar as part of your platoon. You don't have a 2-inch mortar, but you've got an anti-tank rifle. Is the anti-tank rifle actually organic to the platoon, or is it linking itself to the platoon because it's close to the commander? Linking itself to the platoon because it's close to the commander. Well, I don't have a better plan for the anti-tank rifles than to have them go forward with the infantry, so yeah, attach an anti-tank rifle to that infantry platoon. Okay, and a fresh howitzer, which, do I want to just go ahead and put this one where the old one used to be? Or maybe the fact that the old one got knocked out is an indicator that that's maybe not the best position. He got knocked out relatively quickly here. Just from right there. What I really need is more guns to help me, well, beat down that gun, and then assist the advance. Okay, so where can I put you? I mean, I've only got 3 hills. Well, okay, there's this 4th one. Shallower one. It's not really, it doesn't really have great line of sight, though. Okay, so it can kind of support pushes on... okay. I want to trust it supporting a push on these woods. It could support a push on these woods and on the barracks from here. What it could not do is fire effectively on that gun position. If this gun is still up, it could fire effectively at that gun position. Is there a better spot somewhere? Maybe, since this is a fresh gun with most of the ammunition. With most ammunition. It's got 22 HE rounds. This one has 16 HE rounds. That's not terrible. But we do know for sure that this one can shoot at that gun position there. I'm not sure I would want to trust it supporting an advance there. Can kind of support a push on the barracks from there. Yeah. Well, okay. Can hit the tops of those buildings, which may be sufficient to support an advance on the landing strip. And it can hit this position up here. Okay. Okay, I'm inclined... Oh, right, yes, if I could get this one into a position to threaten the gun that's by the barracks. Or maybe I just need to put a second gun on the signal hill. Or a second gun over here. Putting a second gun over here would, of course, mean that I've got two guns pretty close to each other. Not great. Dispersion. Not the worst dispersion. And from that side, can hit the target reference point. Can just shoot at the top of the barracks and at the top of the landing strip buildings. Most of those rounds will probably go high if I order it to support those attacks. Can't maybe just about see these woods here. So those rounds would be going just over the heads of my guys here. And if any of them go a little low, that would not be great. Okay, so two gun positions. So we've got two guns that are in good positions to shoot at that gun over there, which is definitely something I want to be able to do. I've got one gun that is positioned. I can't really see that gun from there, but it is well enough positioned to provide some support for our infantry as we attack some of these objectives. So where's the munition? Okay, let's not worry about the guns anymore. That is sufficient. I need to think about what I'm doing with... Oh, yes, and we have more armored vehicles. Another armored car. That's the Marmon Harrington. What an odd-looking armored car. Oh, Porty. Eh. Just watching a video on those. 2-pounder guns on the, well, there was a video on 2-pounder guns, and Porties came up as one of the ways in which they were used, just a 2-pounder gun stuck on the back of a truck. And that works. But, okay, so they have given me apparently 6 anti-tank rifles, a 2-pounder anti-tank guns. I wonder if the Italians are getting any tanks in this battle. I want to stand my guard for that. It might just be, you know, the scenario designer is faithfully recreating the equipment that was there, and this may not necessarily be an indication of impending Italian tanks. Okay, let's... Not necessarily placing anything in a final position right now. I'm just trying to get everything organized. Here is the E Company HQ. Yeah. 3 platoons. That, okay, that's first platoon. Oh, okay, so that is your 2-inch mortar. There's a 3-inch mortar. Yeah, let's keep the 3 inches with the company CO. That 2 inch goes with 3rd platoon. Nope, that's 2nd platoon's 2 inch. What is 3rd platoon? It is 2nd platoon. Getting confused. Okay. So where is 3rd platoon? Okay. Let's put you up there. Get your squads. Over here. And your 2 inch mortar. 3rd platoon's 2 inch mortar. Put you over there with you. It's an anti-tank rifle. Vickers. The Vickers, let's put up and to the right of the company CO as well. I'm getting everything organized. The anti-tank rifles, I'm going to grab your anti-tank rifle and move back over here. Anti-tank rifles will put bottom left of the company CO. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 anti-tank rifles. Got a Bren. 8 anti-tank rifles. 9 anti-tank rifles. Spotter for 3 inch mortars. 76.2 millimeter mortars. That is exactly 3 inches. We'll put you up on that hill. Okay. Okay, so that is 9 anti-tank rifles. A Bren. Who are you? You flamethrower. Let's put you over there. Okay, so that is that all of the specialist? Okay, so for heavy weapons, we've got a flamethrower, a 3 inch mortar, 2 Vickers machine guns, 1 Bren light machine gun, 2, 3, 9 anti-tank rifles, right? 9 boys anti-tank rifles. Oh, 2 3 inch mortars. And we've got the 3 infantry platoons. I think, yeah, go ahead and attach 1 anti-tank rifle to each of the infantry platoons. That seems like, and that still leaves 6 that I can mass at company level, but each of the platoons now has some anti-armor capability. I do like this ability to attach units kind of directly to the platoon, kind of on the fly. That's a neat feature. Something like that perhaps would have been nice to have in CM2. On the whole, CM2 I think is the better engine, but every once in a while you run into things like that. They're like, oh yeah, that would have been nice to have. Right, okay, armored cars. We've got 3 Marmon Harrington armored cars, which I think is the exact number that was promised by the briefing. And we've got a Bren carrier there, another Bren carrier. So that's 5 light armored vehicles with a machine gun. And 3 of them can turn their machine gun. What kind of machine gun is that? Don't know anything about the Marvin Harrington. That doesn't look... It ain't a Bren. Oh, yes, I can look up. That is MG2 coaxial. Right, and these AA guns. The Italians, I think, the briefing did mention, didn't it? That yes, our Gladiator aircraft were destroyed by the Italian Air Force. So implying that the Italians may have aircraft, and we don't. Okay, so I will want to think about, well, if I'm using these as air defense, and not as airsats something else, let's put, oh yeah, actually, why not right in the middle of the sandbags that the enemy has helpfully provided, and you start facing forward and to the right, and the other one will start facing forward and to the left. Okay, so now that I've sorted out what I have and where it is, oh yes, and I don't want to forget that I have a platoon over there. I need to start figuring out how am I going to deploy everyone for this next push. Oh yes, and we need to get everyone over here reorganized. They've been resupplied on ammo. Obviously, this can't have been more than a day, so they wouldn't have their losses replaced. Oh, right, I did already have one anti-tank rifle present. Now, is that all of the anti-tank mines? Did I run into all of them? Or are there still more enemy anti-tank mines, perhaps in my deployment zone, that I need to be wary of? Okay, but forces from last time, the first battle, I think I will try to deploy maybe just around the perimeter, ready to go get some troops positioned to clear those woods on the left there. Some troops ready to push into those woods, and some troops starting in these woods. Yeah, first of all, let's just get everyone's consolidated, see what we're dealing with here. I'll figure out what exactly is the right place to put all of you once I've kind of got you all figured out. Who all is even left? And what kind of condition are you in? So we've got 2nd Platoon of B Company there. And we'll put 6th Platoon. Right, because the British platoon numberings different. The platoon is numbered at the battalion level. So it isn't just first, second, third for each company. It's 1 platoon, 2 platoon, 3 platoon, up to 9 platoon. If there are 9 platoons in a battalion, I think. There are 3 companies. That's the Bren. And then each of you should have 2 inch mortar. Okay, you are 2 platoons, 2 inch mortar. That is 6 platoon IND. B company. Your B company. Your B company. No, your D company. Hang on, so the companies are all mixed up. Your B company. Okay, so at least we'll get you with your proper company. I guess we'll start putting D company over here. You are IND independent. So those are independent platoons. Yeah, I think that must be what it is. Okay. So we'll put the independent platoons over here. It is a part of B company. That's HQ B company. So we'll get your Bren over there with you. It's taken a beating. Everyone got completely intermixed in the previous battle. Okay, so there's 3 platoon B company all together. 2 platoon B company all together. Oh, I still need to track down 3 platoons, 2 inch mortar. B company HQ and the Bren. Okay, there's a D company recon assault squad of the independent platoons. Okay, so there is your platoon HQ. Just sorting at this point, not really. Haven't begun deciding where I actually want any of these guys to be at the beginning of the battle. Right, okay, so that was a 4 squad, a square platoon. Okay, so that's 2 of the independent platoons. There were 3 of them, I recall. This is the recon assault, the motor rifle. We got 2 platoons of B company, together we've got one platoon of D Company together. Two. Okay, so that is the 2-inch mortar for 3rd platoon. There's 3rd platoon, okay. Got your 2-inch mortar found. Who are you? 1st platoon B Company. Well, let's put you up there for now. Get your squads together. So at this point, we just need to track down your 2-inch mortar, and we will have B Company all together. Okay, C Company over there. Okay, engineers. That is the last of the independent platoons. So let's move you like over here. Oh, okay. 1st platoon B Company, 1st platoon B Company. Okay, you're all together now. B Company HQ. Let's get you over there. Engineers. Oof. Well, you have gotten some replacements, because I thought they had taken 6 casualties. I guess if this is another day, then there would have been time for some replacements to come. Okay, so that's the 3 independent platoons that aren't part of any company together. You are one of the D Company mortars. You are one of the D Company mortars. B Company anti-tank rifle. D Company LMG. Second platoon's mortar, 3rd platoon's mortar. Get 2nd platoon up there. These guys are C Company. Let's start. Putting C Company over here. Rotate C Company. Okay. It's 3rd platoon's mortar. C Company HQ. C Company is independent Bren. 1st platoon's mortar. It's 1st platoon. 2nd platoon A Company. That is Pioneer Rifles. Right, they were another independent group. We'll Stash you guys over here for now. This part might be all reorganizing, and then part 2 might then be planning. Oh. They were split squads. Okay. Okay. Two platoon, C company. One platoon. HQ 2 platoon. The first platoon. There we go. Yes. Last member of, or last squad of 2 platoon. And that's first platoon's mortar. You with first platoon. Start putting first platoon over here. Possibility. Okay. This is. Just wondering where the rest of D Company had gotten off to. Okay. D Company is the one that made this doomed frontal attack here. Alright, let's put this platoon over here. Third platoon D Company. And I believe that is almost all of the units accounted for. And soon it'll be time to stop putting off the actual planning. Okay. 2 platoons of D Company. We still need third platoon's mortar. Here, third platoon's mortar. Okay. And that leaves first platoon. Wow. Oof. First platoon HQ is down to 1 rifleman. And apparently, 1st Platoon itself is down to just 2 squads, so that's another entire squad I lost last time. Ouch. Yeah, we don't have any more command lines there. Get over here. You are 1st Platoon A Company's mortar. Got 3 mortars here. I'm not sure A Company is... Okay, that's an independent Vickers. Vickers there. Okay. So... between those 2 Vickers... and then I have 2 more over here. And then I have a couple already on hilltops. So that is a total of... There's a 5th Vickers. There's a 6th one. I have one over here. 7, 8 Vickers machine guns. Okay, so just need to keep track of that number. 8 machine guns, figure out what I need to do, what I want to do with them. I've got 6 more anti-tank rifles that I haven't attached to any platoon. Actually 7, because there's one up here. In total, I've got... that's 1 unengaged company of infantry. And effectively 1, 2, 3, 4 previously engaged and a bit battered companies of infantry. If I should just write off D Company, basically let them rotate out. There's no real game incentive to do that. But after how badly they've been battered in the previous battle, it would seem like a sensible thing. I'll try to give them a relatively light objective. So I maybe have D Company advance and take these woods here. That's... we're back. Okay. No idea what that was. Yeah, that's total mystery, whatever that was. Anywho, right. Planning. Taking that batch of woods, depending on how many enemies are in there, might not be a job for a full company. But, say, 2 platoons to that objective, 1 platoon to that one. Relatively light duty for D Company. And... let's see. And then I have 4 more companies to follow in. After that, should I just do 2 on the right, 2 on the left? The one going up the left will have more open ground to cover. And there's little batches of trees here and there. And we've got the wheat here, which probably does provide some concealment, though is flammable. And that's not uncovered. And the other company, or the other two companies, can push up this way. Yeah, okay. So I think let's start with getting D Company positioned to take these woods. One platoon. Which platoon? I think this one's the hardest hit, and I don't have any reason to think that there are enemies occupying those woods there. So we'll give the hardest hit platoon the job of taking the woods that I think are probably unoccupied. The way wall cover mechanics work in Scene 1 does baffle me a little bit. Do I have to actually be in the wall, or where do I need to be to get the cover? Anyway, okay, so that platoon will advance and take that line of trees. These two platoons over here will start setting you up just to the left. The company HQ. I'll have you hang back at the light building. The Bren LMG will be good for helping to cover the advance. What can I see from there? Probably well enough. Alright, did I finish moving? Okay, that platoon is in position. Oh, no, this is the weakest platoon, because it's down a whole squad. Okay. Oh, yeah. Wouldn't have the strength to take those woods on its own if they were occupied. Oof, okay. That platoon is basically gone. So taking these woods really is going to come down almost entirely to this platoon. They are almost at full strength. This one has a squad that is at full strength and a mostly full strength section, sorry. Sections, not squads. Okay, so that's one company position to start the attack on the left. And I need another company. Looks like there's still enemies in this area here. Since I've already got B Company over here, it just makes... Okay, second time that's happened today. It's never happened before. So I may want to be worried about that. Place. Okay. Now, as to actual fine positioning. Let's put them all online. Surely they'll be able to beat. Okay, yeah, that rocky terrain there should provide some cover. But just give everyone online. And whatever is in this immediate area will surely be overcome relatively quickly. Okay, I want you, yeah. So you, I might want to have take position right about there as the rest of the platoon advances. And maybe you can provide some supporting fire from there. And okay. Drawing command line to that tank. Okay, and make it already be about where I'll want you to stay. Situation depending. And we could probably do some kind of bounding or use an advance command to cross that ground. Or maybe I leave this company where it is to cover the advance. Like have another company pass through it. Oh, I've also got the company assets over here. Let's just have those not too far behind. Right then. So these independent squads, that one is taking a very heavy beating. That one's taking a heavy beating. What do I want to do here? Yeah, the companies that saw action in the last battle are pretty bloodied. Okay, I think I want the fresh company Oh, yes, I can't forget that I have all these extra heavy supporting weapons that I need to figure out what I want to do with. Right, I have 8 Maxim machine flamethrower. Figure out which flank would I rather have the flamethrower on. Or keep it back in reserve. Honestly, I've never really figured out how to use flamethrowers effectively. But maybe I will someday as I get more practice with them. 8 Maxim machine guns. And I'll have them have all 8 of them manning the line right here at the edge of the fort. That's possibly not the worst idea. Yeah. Don't overthink it, just 4 Maxims on... Anyway, 4 Vickers on the right, 4 Vickers on the left. And we'll ignore the fact that the left is a little overcrowded at the moment because that crowding will go away once those platoons get moving. Right. Facing forward, so just sit in place. You right on the corner there. How well can you see from there? Not great, but also not the worst. Maybe able to move you forward later. Okay. My leading hypothesis is resource overutilization, whether those freezes are happening. So I have killed Firefox, so I don't need to have the browser open in the background. Whatever oh so important tabs I had open will reopen when I bring it back up. Okay. Which one of? Okay, and where all did I find these 8 Maxim machine gun, Vickers machine guns? That's related to the Maxim. I think the Vickers is an evolution of the Maxim. Ian McCullum points it out in one of his, explains it all in one of his videos, I'm sure. Can maybe just shoot from where you are up on this hill, but surely that would be less effective than bringing you closer. Of course, these are basically what passes for heavy machine guns at this point. Not heavy in the modern sense of firing a larger caliber projectile, but well, still kind of heavy in the modern sense of being decidedly heavier weight-wise than a medium or light machine gun. that is something I'll be troubleshooting once I come to a stopping point here. Okay. Oh, yes, and I also have these additional 3-inch mortars. I didn't use these guys last time. I should really make better use of them. I could have used them to take out that gun. Did I just forget I had them? I might have just forgotten that I had them. Yeah, these 3-inch mortars up here. My FO was out of artillery, or it was the artillery battery that my FO was linked to was out of ammo. These guns were out of HE, so I thought, oh, there's nothing I can do about that gun back there, but I still had these 3-inch mortars here. I should have given them a target line. I just didn't. I think I just forgot I had them. So many brave pixel troopin' fell because I just plain forgot that I had the means to save them. Let's get these guys here forward to a spot where I'm less likely to forget about them. Right, yes, I am currently in the process of collecting together my vicars. Yeah, sure, no, just leave them here. Because these are on incredibly steady mounts. Like the infrastructure set up around one of these early water-cooled. Yeah, the infrastructure set up around one of these early water-cooled machine guns is fairly significant. So they're pretty steady. They can fire reasonably effectively out to some pretty long ranges. Actually, okay, but in game they are modeled as dropping off quite a bit as you get out to 1,000 meters. So yeah, you should move them forward. And again, we're gonna get some temporary overcrowding on the left side here. That'll disappear as I order the first waves of troops forward. Okay, there's 2 more vicars somewhere. Now I counted a total of... Oh, yes, I know where they are. They're in the field here. And there. Let's get the vicars set up first, at least. Okay. So this one has been all getting organized and some initial planning and positioning of troops, but no action. And there will probably still be some planning and getting ready for action in the next part. but maybe I'll get it in a few turns next time.